Eat well and live better by building your own bowls with healthy chef-inspired ingredients. Mahana Fresh owner Cooper Wallow and General Manager Tabitha Muriel join me in studio today, and they are our VNL Deal of the Week. And I cannot tell you close up how delicious these look. So thank you so much for joining us.
Absolutely.
Yeah, so we opened Mahana Fresh, and the ingredients seem to me to be absolutely fantastic. But can you tell me a little bit more about kind of your food philosophy there?
Yeah, we wanted to bring an item to Fargo. Everything on our menu is gluten-free. Yeah, and we make everything from scratch in our kitchen, including our sauces, our bases. We grill all of our own meats and then combine that into delicious bowls.
Oh, I love this. Cooper, I'm just curious. I've never heard of this concept. So how were you first introduced to it, and then why did you want to bring it to Fargo?
Yeah, so it all started with an email and a podcast. I'm a big podcast guy, and I randomly one day got an email from this podcast that I listen to just out of the blue sky. I never get emails from my podcast, so I just figured, well, let's look into this. And it was Mahana Fresh, Build Your Own Bowl. The franchisee was on there talking about it, and so I heard the podcast, I looked it up. It looked really good, and I was like, well, let me ask around, see what people think. Across the board, everyone thought it was great. And so then I reached back out to the franchisee. Didn't think he would reach back out. I was just like, oh, we'll see. I'll just take a shot.
Yeah.
And he did. And we started talking, and here we are, you know. So basically started from a podcast.
I think it's really great too that you kind of just, you walk in the door knowing everything's gluten-free, so that if somebody has diet limitations, they already know they can have everything on the menu. But one thing that I noticed right off the bat when I started looking at the food is the vegetables look just incredible, and they're not your grandma's vegetables. I mean, these are delicious. Like, if you have kids at home and they're not a big fan of eating vegetables, here you go, because I can't imagine any kids being like, oh, please, no, not buffalo cauliflower. Like,
Right.
Oh my gosh, even the Brussels sprouts look incredible. So, Tabitha, can you tell me kind of what type of menu items do you serve? What can we find specifically if we show up at Mahana Fresh?
Some of the things we focus on at Mahana Fresh are kind of that nutrition side. So all of our bowls are made with a variation of bases, veggies, and protein. So you're going to come in and get equally portioned out items in your bowl to make an entire meal. Here we have two of our signature bowls that we brought in today, the Big Kahuna and the Protein Paradise. One of the unique features of the Protein Paradise is it's actually made with noodles. There are sesame noodles, but they're actually made of a sweet potato starch that's 100% gluten-free. So.
Oh, I love this.
Yeah.
And to me, it all reads as just healthy.
Yes.
Yep.
Like, how much do you love going to have a meal and you get full and it feels great, and you don't just feel afterwards like, oh, it was heavy or I ate too much or whatever. You don't have to like run right to the gym and work it all off because you're eating healthy food. So Tabitha, if some of us are like, this sounds amazing, I can't wait to eat it, but I'd rather spend the night in. Do you guys have delivery? How can we get it into our houses?
Yeah, we absolutely do. One of the great things is we have a Mahana Fresh app. And it's free to download. Our entire menu is on there. It also gives descriptions of our menu items, and you can order from that, and it'll be delivered right to you, or you can come and see us in the store and pick it up.
And the concept, like, I'm so excited to try it myself, whether it's in home or I come to the restaurant. I'll probably bring my family because I can't imagine my kids saying no to any of this stuff. And it's still a new concept, Cooper, but based on how things have gone for you, and you seem to be quite the entrepreneur, like, how are you thinking about maybe growing in the future?
So the short answer is yes, we will be growing. But like right now, you know, with us just being our first month, you know, we want to focus on just stabilizing and getting more established in the community before we put our stamp on the next location. So
That makes sense.
Yep.
Yeah, I mean, I think that so far you guys are doing a great job. So where's the restaurant located? What are the hours? How can we get in there?
Absolutely. So we are located on 40th and Veterans, right east of West Fargo Cheyenne High School, and we're open from 10 to 8, 7 days a week.
That's awesome. So whenever I go to a restaurant or my family, we always ask our server, what on the menu would you recommend? So I'm just curious from both of you, like, what's your favorite dish? What would you suggest?
for me personally, anything with the creamy wasabi sauce and the brownie.
All right.
Yep.
Gluten-free brownie. I get you. How about you, Tabitha?
My go-to right now actually is this Big Kahuna bowl. It has the barbecue chicken in there and the steak. It's just a great compound of flavors, but I'm a diehard for the gluten-free chocolate chip cookies.
Wow.
And my son tells me that they're better than any cookie I've ever made. So
You guys are going hard for the desserts. Do you mind if I try?
Absolutely.
Oh, yeah.
You just sold it now, and
Yep.
so here's the thing. I've had a lot of gluten-free desserts, and sometimes you can tell they're gluten-free. So No, this one's good.
It's good.
You know what this is like? I hate to say this, but like when you get the Nestle Toll House packs and you're not supposed to eat an entire sleeve of that because it's horrible for you.
Yes.
But that's what this tastes like. So I'm gonna need to come down there and get like a sleeve of your cookies.
Yeah, absolutely.
Spend a Friday night in, eat a healthy bowl, followed up with 12 cookies.
There you go.
I love this. Okay, that sounds good. Mahana Fresh is our VNL deal of the week. They just went live at 9 a.m. So if you pay $25, you can get 4 vouchers for $12.50 each. That is a $50 value. It's enough to take a family out. And have a great weekend with that. Thank you guys again.
Thank you so much. Thanks for having us.
All right, stay with us. We have a lot more coming up on North Dakota Today.